afin de retrouver à la fois la confiance des chrétiens, des fidèles, et le respect de notre société. Nous savons, au sein de la Commission, que l'Église catholique est partie prenante à notre société. Elle en est une composante essentielle. Et il est donc vraiment impératif de rétablir une alliance qui a été mise à mal. Voilà le message que je voulais délivrer. C'est un message d'attente, c'est un message d'espoir, c'est aussi, en ce qui me concerne personnellement, un message d'espérance. Notre espérance ne peut pas et ne sera pas détruite. Et l'Église peut et doit faire tout ce qui est nécessaire pour rétablir ce qui a été abîmé et reconstruire ce qui a été brisé. Je vous remercie.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Merci beaucoup. Nous allons appeler vos mandants. Monseigneur Éric de Moulin-Beaufort, président de la Conférence des évêques de France, et sœur Véronique Margon, présidente de la Conférence des religieux et religieuses de France, je vous remercie de bien vouloir monter sur scène. Monsieur Jean-Marc Sauvé va vous remettre le rapport de la Commission.
Comme je l'ai expliqué, donc le rapport fait 485 pages, les annexes font un peu plus de 2500 pages, donc c'est évidemment, je dirais, un lourd fardeau, mais au propre et au figuré, que je remets donc entre vos mains, et je le fais donc, je le répète, au nom des 21 membres de la Commission et de tous ceux qui ont œuvré avec elle dans la durée, les membres associés qui ont travaillé avec nous et qui sont ici présents dans cette salle, les 4 membres associés, ainsi que les rapporteurs et la secrétaire générale et les membres du secrétariat général. Voilà, je ne vais pas vous les remettre. Quel est... Voilà.
Monsieur le Président, Mesdames et Messieurs les membres de la SIAZ, vous venez donc de remettre à sœur Véronique Margon, présidente de la Conférence des religieuses et religieux de France, et à moi-même, votre rapport après 30 ou 33 mois de travail. À travers nous, vous le remettez aux supérieurs et aux supérieurs majeurs, ainsi qu'aux évêques de France. Votre rapport est rude, il est
during the filming of the movie on board the International Space Station was launched to the orbital outpost on a previous Progress resupply mission.
Good morning. So, are you in good mood?
And a view of the backup to Yulia Peresild.
Didn't make it here. But anyway, good morning, Pavel. All right, let's not wake him up. And this is Lake Chuck. And this is Anton Shkaplerov. He is donning the gloves now. This process will last for at least another 30 minutes because this so-called spacesuit leak check must be done for each cosmonaut. You know, I think I can approach him.
There is Klim Shapenko, the producer-director for the movie Challenge that will be shot on board the International Space Station. The premise of the movie is that Peresild portrays a surgeon being launched to the station to perform an emergency procedure on an ailing crew member who will be portrayed for the movie by Oleg Novitsky, hardly ailing. Novitsky hale and hearty on board the orbital outpost.
Алло.
Чего в этот раз без теплых костюмов?
Okay. Are you without warm suits this time? Oh, it's a little bit too early. You remember last time it was minus 20 centigrade and the strong wind? Is it warmer now at Baikonur? Yes. So, what is on schedule at this moment? Well, the State Commission members are about to join us. I'm sure we will listen to some kind words and some good wishes. Then we will step outside. Then we must take the bus. It will take about 50 minutes for a bus ride, and then 2 hours and 45 minutes prior to launch, we'll start ingress in our space vehicle. Yeah, I remember there is a large tree there, right next to it. Well, great job, guys.
Once again, you're watching a video that was captured a few hours ago down at the integration building at Site 254 at the Baikonur Cosmodrome, where the crew suited up. And you see the video of them undergoing the leak checks to their Sokol launch and entry suits.
Fancy speeches. I just want to say a few kind words. It's not important for her. What is important is that we're right here next to her, very, very happy for her. She is answering us, and in about 2 minutes, the leak check of her spacesuit will start, and then she'll be able to talk to us a little bit. Okay. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you.
Klim Shapenko is designated as board engineer number 1, seated to the left of Shkaplerov in the descent module of the Soyuz MS-19. Peresild is board engineer number 2 in the right seat of the descent module for today's launch.
Kiosks with some stop-and-go kind goods. Okay, we wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
У меня нет такой возможности. От меня не видит моя редакция.
Well.
Да, окей.
I believe my producers cannot see me right now. Okay, please hurry up. And now please step aside. All right, you guys are one merry crowd.
Пожалуйста, ПТС, здесь на 254-й площадке переключите моей редакции, потому что...
The people on the side 254, make sure you stream the video to them. Now, this is the narration for the movie. Okay, now I'm in the frame. Okay. Yeah, you can take the cap off. See? My cap is right there. I took it off. Make sure we all got the right suits, right? Well, the names help. All right, yes. Show us the hearts. Everything will be just fine. We just finished the meeting of the State Committee, and now the loading can start. All technical systems and discipline reported on the full readiness, and the launch site is ready, and of course the crew commander is as well. Our meteo is fine. The weather is stable, so everything goes on as scheduled. We would like to listen to your report right now, and then we'll have more talk with you. But I wish you the most successful completion of your mission, and all the best. Thank you. Thank you. I wish you successful launch, great mission, and safe landing. We'll be waiting you here on the ground, and the ground will be supporting you every step of the way. Well, we talked a lot about the past and the future of the space mission, so guys, we're always with you.
And shortly thereafter, the crew did their traditional walkout from the 254 integration building in Baikonur.
The crew commander reports the crew is ready for the space flight.
Так, все, давайте в автобус.
The crew boarding their bus at the suit-up building, and then making their way to the launch pad, where they climbed the stairs and waved goodbye before taking the elevator up to the flight level, where they entered their Soyuz spacecraft. The hatch was then closed, leak checks were conducted, and we moved into the final phase of today's countdown for launch.
Alright. Do not climb that high right now. Just a little bit lower. Like this. Alright. Bye-bye, guys. Anton. One more time. Come back soon, guys. Safe return.
And that was video shot earlier this morning of the crew's launch day activities, including their suit up and arrival at the launch pad, where they have been strapped inside the descent module now for about 2.5 hours, undergoing systems checks and communications checks with flight controllers at the blockhouse in Baikonur and at mission control in Korolyov on the outskirts of Moscow. The countdown is less than 11 minutes now until launch. Everything is in readiness. The Soyuz has been fully fueled. All systems are in good shape. The skies are clear. And the clock ticking backward toward liftoff at 3:55 and 2 seconds a.m. Central Time, 4:55 and 2 seconds a.m. Eastern Time. At the launch site in Baikonur, 1:55 p.m. will be launch time. And the appropriate strains of Rocket Man being piped up to the crew for the final minutes of this countdown as we approach the T-minus 10-minute mark.
Astray, this is launch lead. 5-minute readiness is announced. Close your helmets. Copy, closing helmets. 5-minute readiness.
Flight recorders have now been activated aboard the Soyuz MS-19.
Astray camera is directed on Astray 1 and 3. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
And a view inside the descent module, a good view of Yulia Peresild in the right seat. To her left in the center seat is Soyuz commander Anton Shkaplerov, about to begin his 4th flight into space.
Launch lit. Astray helmets are closed and Rescue 8 KSS are ready. Copy. KSS Rescue 8 are in readiness mode.
А звезды тем не менее, а звезды тем не менее, чуть ближе, но все так же голодны. И как часы затмения, и как часы затмения, все светлые и земные видим сны. И снится нам неровно звездна грома. Не это ледяная синева. Как снится нам трава.
Coming up on the T-minus 7-minute mark, a special key is inserted into a start component on the blockhouse in Baikonur.
The camera is directed at Astray 1 and 2.
Once again, at the time of launch, the International Space Station will be flying over southwestern Kazakhstan and will fly directly over Baikonur some 33 seconds after launch, ultimately leapfrogging ahead of Soyuz during its trajectory. At the time of third stage shutdown and spacecraft separation, 8 minutes and 45 seconds after launch, the Soyuz will be some 1,200 miles behind the International Space Station, and the chase will be on, launching into a very narrow 14.6 degree phase angle. Think of it as moving on to a very narrow lane on a highway to permit a two-orbit rendezvous in just over 3 hours between launch and docking to the International Space Station. Coming up on T-minus 6 minutes and counting.
Astray, 1 minute readiness is announced. Everything is according to the schedule. I will provide the commentary of the launch. This is Astray 1, copy all. Everything is good on board. We are ready for launch.
Soyuz Commander Anton Shkaplerov reporting back to the blockhouse in Baikonur that the crew is ready to fly. Coming up on the T-minus 5 minute mark, onboard systems will soon be switched to onboard control. Cockpit displays have been activated. The crew members will close their helmet visors, putting them on suit oxygen.
Nitrogen purge.
And the fuel lines and other elements of the rocket engines are being purged with nitrogen that fireproofs the engines by removing vapors of fuel and oxidizer. T-minus 4 minutes 30 seconds and counting. Within the next 2 minutes, propellant drain back will occur that will allow the Soyuz 2.1A booster to have the right amount of fuel for its first stage performance, and booster propellant tanks will be pressurized.
Unintelligible.
Everything in readiness, T-minus 3 minutes and counting. The purging of the fuel lines now complete. The ground propellant feed will be terminated moments from now.
Booster propellant tank pressurization initiated.
T-minus 2 minutes and counting. Less than 90 seconds to launch. The ground propellant feed now has been terminated. The Soyuz about to go on internal power. T-minus 1 minute.
Vehicle to internal power, separation of first umbilical tower from booster. Ground propellant feed terminated.
And the first umbilical now retracting. T-minus 19 seconds. The second umbilical now retracting. This initiates the auto sequence start for engine ignition.
Second umbilical tower separates. Engine turbo pump set flight.
Engine ignition, turbo pumps coming up to flight speed, and liftoff.
Liftoff.
Liftoff of Soyuz MS-19 with an actress and her producer beginning a journey to the International Space Station. Good roll, pitch, and yaw program are in.
Thrusters are functioning nominally.
Good first stage performance. 33 seconds into the flight, the International Space Station now flying directly over the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
This is nominal. 40 seconds.
The Soyuz booster arcing out to the northeast to an orbit 51.6 degrees inclined to the equator.
50 seconds into the flight. The pressure in the chambers is nominal. 60 seconds.
1 minute, 4 seconds into the flight, everything looking good.
Yaw and roll are nominal.
Now passing through maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle.
The crew is feeling well. Everything is good on board. 70 seconds into the flight. The flight is nominal. So we are feeling a little bit of vibration, and G loads are also felt.
Anton Shkaplerov with the pointer to his left, Klim Shapenko.
90 seconds into the flight. The first and second stage thrusters are firing nominally. We have casual parameters 100 seconds into the flight. 110 seconds.
Standing by for first stage separation.
You reported.
And first stage separation confirmed.
762 is the pressure in the thermal control loop, copy nominal. The vehicle stabilization is confirmed.
Good vehicle stability reported from the blockhouse in Baikonur. The Soyuz 29 miles in altitude, 35 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome, traveling almost 5,000 miles an hour.
150.
2 minutes, 40 seconds into the flight.
The shroud is jettisoned. So we have the automated descent flag. Copy.
A good view.
170 seconds. $180 seconds.
Vehicle stable. Good motion control parameters as we pass the 3-minute mark into the flight.
We are seeing the video from the external camera. 200 seconds into the flight.
Second stage shutdown will come at the 4-minute 37-second mark into the flight. This view from a camera on the upper stage of the Soyuz 2.1A booster.
220 seconds, Astray, do you copy me? We copy you loud and clear, everything is good on board. The crew is feeling fine. Thank you. Copy.
Passing the 4-minute mark into the flight. All the reports from the blockhouse in Baikonur are excellent performance by the Soyuz.
Of the second stage are functioning nominally. All systems are nominal on board. Copy, Astray. 260 seconds, all parameters are nominal.
4.5 minutes into the flight, standing by for second stage shutdown.
To 80 seconds into flight.
And we have second stage separation. Soyuz traveling almost 10,000 miles an hour, 97 miles in altitude, 287 miles downrange from Baikonur.
310 seconds.
5 minutes, 15 seconds into the flight.
$330 seconds of flight.
Third stage performance reported to be normal as we hit the 5-minute 46-second mark into the flight. 3 minutes of powered flight remaining.
Third stage is working stable. Is stable. We copy. $360 seconds of flight. Roll pitch and yaw are nominal.
Third stage performance continues to be excellent. 6.5 minutes into the flight.
Everything's fine on board. All systems are nominal. Copy. For 20 seconds of flight.
Yaw, pitch, and roll, all reported to be nominal at the 7-minute, 15-second mark into the flight. About a minute and a half of powered flight remaining.
For 50 seconds of flight. Everything's nominal.
.60 7 minutes, 46 seconds into the flight, 1 minute of powered flight remaining. Soyuz continues to fly straight as an arrow, everything in good shape.
A flight, please have POVK ready. For 80 seconds of flight, parameters are nominal. Do you have the POVK ready?
подготовили?
5 seconds of flight. Is POVK ready?
8.5 minutes into the flight, about 15 seconds away from third stage shutdown and spacecraft separation.
Get ready for separation. 520 seconds of flight.
And third stage shutdown is confirmed and spacecraft separation.
Confirm. Third stage separate.
Next step will be the deployment of the solar arrays that you now see unfurling.
Separation.
And we now have confirmation of the deployment of the solar arrays and the navigational antennas as planned.
How copy? We copy, and good day to you. We are ready to listen to your report about how you're feeling, guys. Moscow, this is Astray 1. We're feeling great. Everything's working nominally. We're working for page 35. Third stage separation went nominally, and KDU thrusted repress is no longer illuminated, and we are closing RPV valves 1 and 2. Please move on to page 35, and that's going to be table 3.2-1.
So it was a flawless ascent to orbit for the Soyuz MS-19. Everything went by the book. Liftoff occurring on time at 3:55 and 2 seconds a.m. Central Time, which was 1:55 p.m. at the launch site of the Baikonur Cosmodrome. 8 minutes and 46 seconds later, third stage shutdown on the Soyuz 2.1A booster and Soyuz separation from the third stage, with the solar arrays and navigational antennas having been deployed. The chase is on. A quick two-orbit rendezvous upcoming for Anton Shkaplerov, Klim Shapenko, and Yulia Peresild.
12:05. SR pressure is 815. BO pressure 736. Instrumentation compartment 893. How copy? We copy. We're standing by for the next measurement. It's going to be in 5 minutes. Astray, MCC Moscow. We have 13 selection of the POVK2 illuminated. Could you please repeat BO pressure? BO pressure is 836. Copy, 836. Please stand by. Please. RDR command has gone through, and please monitor the process.
So the Soyuz MS-19 and its 3 occupants, including a veteran Russian actress and her producer, are heading to the International Space Station, where they will spend the next 12 days filming a movie titled Challenge. We're about 43 minutes away from the start of the automated rendezvous sequence, a series of pre-programmed engine firings that will raise the Soyuz altitude to match that of the International Space Station. This fast 2-orbit rendezvous is the 3rd being executed as we watch some of the launch replays coming to us from Baikonur.
Please select rendezvous or approach display. Copy. And please, we are standing.
Docking is scheduled at 7:12 a.m. Central Time, 8:12 a.m. Eastern Time.
That's going to be
as the Soyuz MS-19 makes its way slowly but surely for a link up to the Rosviet module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station.
We no longer have indicator mode illuminated. And I confirm OSK built. Copy. EKV 2 and 2-1.
Параметры КДУ в норме.
KDU parameters are nominal. We copy.
Astray,
we are standing by for the measurements from number 17 up to number...
This is Mission Control Houston with the 3 occupants of the Soyuz MS-19 now well on their way to the International Space Station following a flawless launch this morning from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Everything went by the book. No issues, a flawless ascent to orbit with spacecraft separation occurring 8 minutes and 46 seconds after liftoff. With the Soyuz now chasing the International Space Station, we'll offer this programming note. We'll be back on the air a little over 2 hours from now at 6:30 a.m. Central Time, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time for rendezvous and docking coverage. Docking scheduled at 7:12 a.m. Central, 8:12 a.m. Eastern Time, and we'll provide all of that to you here on NASA television. So for now, don't wander far. We'll be back shortly in just over 2 hours with our rendezvous and docking coverage as the Soyuz MS-19 makes its final approach for link-up to the International Space Station. In the meantime, we'll bid you farewell for the moment and be back shortly. This is Mission Control Houston.
I have a feather. In my right hand, a hammer. And I guess one of the reasons we got here today was because of a gentleman named Galileo a long time ago who made a rather significant discovery about falling objects in gravity fields. And we thought that where would be a better place to confirm his findings than on the moon. And so we thought we'd try it here for you. The feather happens to be appropriately a falcon feather.
These are sounds of our times. Called telemetry, it is the way satellites orbiting in space report to controllers on Earth. Each spacecraft has its own signature, a unique tone. Engineers call it data. You may see it later as a weather report or a television picture from around the world.
you.